Hey everyone, it's Cassie. I often don't do video responses, and I came across this particular blog about religion, and the title of it was Religion Through a Teenage Atheist, or something like that. Pretty close. Well, anyway, it caught my attention really fast, just because I just started a religion course in college, and the first day we had a debate. Those who believed and those who didn't believe, and it was one of those heated kind of debates, and people were getting really offended, and people were being very close-minded, and people were literally insulting other people. And what made this video interesting was the fact that he is an atheist, but he did not judge those who believed or insult them in any way. So if I believed, which I don't particularly do, but if I did, I'd be thankful that you did that. So I just thought I'd mention that, good job on the video. And I learned something quite interesting in my class today, actually. There was this philosopher named Pascal. I go to a French school, so I really don't know how to say that in English. Pascal was his name. So this particular philosopher said that believing in a certain religion, he used Christianity because it's the biggest one. Hopefully nobody looks that on Google because I did not research that, and I apologize if it's false information. But it is the most popular one in North America. I'm from Canada, so it is the most popular one in Canada. I can say that with confidence. And he used that one as an example. He said it is more beneficiary for those who believe, just because there are 4 possible outcomes of life. You can spend your life not believing. You can die and find out that you were absolutely right. There is no God, no Jesus, and you lay there 6 feet under, you're right, but you can't really do a happy dance because you're dead. So that was one possible outcome. The second one was you can spend your life not believing and not spend one day in church, and not listen to one priest, or not confess one, not make one confession, or just live by your own rules pretty much, and then die, find out you're absolutely wrong. There is a God and he's not happy with your lifestyle, so then you go to hell. Or you can spend your life believing, just going to church every Sunday, and bringing your family to church, and repenting your sins, praying to God for help at times of need, and then find out you're absolutely wrong. There is no God, you're praying to nobody and wasting your time in church. But you did lead a good life. You led a good example for your children. You taught them the 10 Commandments. You followed them. You never lied, stole, cheated, killed anyone. I don't know them all. But yeah, you didn't do none of those things, and you led a good life. So in the end, you were wrong, but you're already dead, and that's about it. You have this whole church community, coming to visit you every day at your graveyard, and it's like, it's nice to be remembered, I guess. The last and final outcome is you can spend your whole life believing and be absolutely right, and you go to heaven. It's simple as that. Eternal happiness, apparently. I have seen both sides. I've had many discussions. I was actually raised Catholic, Roman Catholic. Went to Catholic schools my whole life. And I find that the smartest people in the world question everything. I started questioning my beliefs my last year of high school. I started speaking with a whole bunch of atheists, having these discussions, and not really discussions, we weren't really arguing, we were basically just, I asked them why don't you believe, I told them why I believed, and I started questioning even my reasons. I'm like, wait, this is why I believe, but I only believe because I was told to believe, and it's kind of like a brainwash kind of thing. I grew up that way. And I find that's the case with lots of religious people out there. That's all they know. That's all their parents know. Nobody gave them really a choice to choose to believe or not to believe in a certain religion. They basically grew up, and it's one of those traditions that just get engraved in your head as soon as you're born. And you don't really have much of a say in it when you're little, but when you get older and wiser, you start questioning these things. Well, at least I do. I'm that kind of person. Religious people are very respectable people, and I have lots of respect for them, considering I used to go to church and I used to actually be one of them. But the only thing is, I find, I'm going to get bashed for saying this, but okay, I find that they are, lack of a better word, weaker, as in they, through hard moments, and when they're gonna go through something rough, they always pray to God because, you know, they need someone there. They need this divine power to help them. They only do this because they believe that they cannot do this on their own and they need something. And they pray to God for strength and determination, and suddenly they do it. And the thing is, if they didn't pray, I wonder if they didn't know about religion, I wonder if they'd be able to do it without praying to God, without His help. People that do not believe, choose not to believe, go through the same things that people that do believe go through, like financial problems or school problems or family problems, but they get through it on their own. They have accepted the fact that there's nothing beyond beyond them, and they push through these kind of moments, and they try hard, they work hard, they study hard, and they get through it by themselves, as far as they know. So people that are religious, like, religion is basically a safety blanket, kind of, you can say. A lot of people use it to help get them through certain moments, and I can't help but, smile at that. When there's no one there, if you're like an orphan and everything goes wrong and, your whole life is in the garbage, you still hold on and you still lead a good life and you still follow the commandments, and you still, you're still good to those around you, and you still keep living a great life. Because you hope that one day you will go to heaven. It's beautiful almost to hear, you know what I mean? Whereas somebody that did not believe had horrible outcome. I mean, like, everything that can possibly go wrong in your life did go wrong. What's the reason to live? They feel like there's nothing after life. So what's their reason to live after everything, every single thing, like, everything they own, everything burns, goes wrong? What's the reason for living? What is stopping those who don't believe from, shooting up the place, or, taking out their anger some kind of malicious way, or committing suicide? What's stopping them from doing that? I stand here, to this day, I stand here undecisive. I stand here not knowing what side to lean on. Like, both of them have very good arguments. I did not present any of them. I just basically told my opinion, this whole thing. And please understand that it's an opinion and don't bash the video too much, because I know religion is very touchy, and I actually witnessed some physical fights over a religion discussion. So I know it touches the heart. If you believe something all your life and somebody insults you, obviously it hurts a little bit, but, I do not mean to offend during this video, and I apologize if I did. So believing that there's nothing after death is kind of sad in a way, and I don't want to be an atheist, but I don't want to be a die-hard Christian Catholic if I have my doubts. And I feel like, I have to keep talking to some atheists, and I have to keep, searching, keep reading books, keep educating myself on this until I finally have that breakthrough that will help me believe in something in particular. So that's basically my outlook on religion. So thanks so much for your time, and have yourself a great day, I guess. Bye.